Okay, so Los Alamos has a long history of work in verification technologies. We're very proud of this. We touch on all of the treaty areas, so safeguards, which is sort of NPT, FMCT, nuclear test monitoring, sort of CTBT, warhead verification, that's arms control. And within this, we sort of cover the full spectrum from basic science research, development, full life cycle development of instrumentation, training of inspectors, and deployment of instrumentation for verification challengers. So I attempted to list some of the key resources and capabilities. This is very difficult because we do so much work in this area. I think one of the sort of bread and butter areas for Los Alamos is radiation detection and advanced nuclear experiments. Modeling and simulation is another big one. For example, those of you who use MCMP, that code was developed and is still maintained at Los Alamos National Lab. The Safeguards Training Laboratory. So Los Alamos has trained every IAEA inspector since 1980. This is something we're very proud of. We also have a large number of user facilities. I know some of you are very well tapped into LANCE, which is the Los Alamos Neutron Science Center. And we also have the Nevada National Security Site, which is where the Device Assembly Facility, or DAF, is located. I also wanted to mention LANL has a very large student program. We have over 900 students and 400 postdocs. And I wanted to mention this because if your students have plans to work at Los Alamos, I would say the best way, the easiest way to get a staff position at Los Alamos is to come in through the student program. So we're so excited that CBT has included this laboratory internship program as part of their requirements. All right, so this past year, we had a number of visiting professors from CBT at Los Alamos. Here I've listed a few of them. In January, we had Al Hero, John Fisher, Larry Caron. In February, Claire Sullivan came, and then in March, we had Rob Goldston and Alex Glazer. So these professors have come, individually, sometimes in small groups. In my opinion, this is a great way to build connections, collaborations, these kind of things. I see my role as the laboratory point of contact as sort of a connector. So I might not be, expert in all of these areas, but I know a lot of the people at the laboratories, and I can facilitate meetings. So typically, in all of these cases, the professors came in. We set up as many meetings as we could with a number of different LANL researchers working in relevant research areas. We did tours, and of course we had our professors give seminars about their work. Another thing I'll mention is that I think this was a very successful model for setting up student internships. Los Alamos had submitted a number of potential projects for CBT students for the summer that are listed on the website. But I wanted to highlight these two internships in particular because they were not part of the list, but they came about through directly from their advisors coming to visit Los Alamos. In my opinion, this ends up typically working out as a better match for the students and a better match for the mentors. Also, I would love to see this type of activity grow in 2016. I would be thrilled if at the end of 5 years, every person in this room has visited Los Alamos. We are also conveniently located just down the road from Sandia. I'm looking for Bob, but he's in the back. So we're conveniently located just down the road from Sandia. So if you're coming in to visit Los Alamos, it's very easy for us to coordinate and set up also a visit at Sandia, and then you can get 2 labs in 1 trip. So yeah, you're all invited. And then finally, I would consider this sort of the biggest highlight of what Los Alamos did as part of the CVT this past year. We hosted a measurement campaign. It was a 1-week measurement campaign at the device assembly facility in Nevada, the DAF. We had 9 CVT personnel participate. They used 4 detector systems to measure 12 different configurations of DAF items, which include things like kilogram quantities of plutonium and HEU. We're very excited to see any publications or any work like that. And to also host the measurement campaign again this coming summer. So with that, I'm happy to take any questions.
Same time is if you're starting the liquid scintillator that has that particle shape discrimination capability, you want to make sure that you keep that to some extent. And one of the main worries with trying to investigate this route is